Hey guys, StandardVR back with your daily Pokemon battles. We are back, I think, with week 6 of the CMM Mudkip division against that one guy. So they have a super good team here. So my plan with this, and I think it still works, the Grimmsnarl is a little dicey, is to just lead Volcarona and get damage off. That being said, I do kind of like the idea of leading maybe like a Mimikyu, just starting to sword stance, but I think this is fine. My plan is lead Mimikyu, lead Volcarona, get some damage off on some stuff, and then just go from there. I'm surprised to see no Scizor. I guess the Moltres and Volcarona combo kind of scared it off. Also no Rillaboom or Hawlucha, because I think Hawlucha is absolutely cracked into my team. But let's see how they want to play it, see where they want to go. Hopefully we can get a win. Alright, Grim lead. Don't love it, don't love it. Don't really like the whole screen stuff. I do have Brick Break on Azu. So if they wanted to come in something to threaten Azu, we could... Let's see. Because I'm assuming you're going to set up a light screen here. I'm afraid that rhyperior kind of pops off a little too hard if we let light screen go up. I'm fine throwing off a Fiery Dance. Let's see what you got. P-Wave off the rip. Cool. Go ahead and slow it down. Not great, but like I said, this thing was so big para turn 1. Cool. We're just going to try and Fiery Dance again. It's a parting shot out. Don't even worry about screens, because they are just like, hey, I'm not afraid of this Volcarona anymore. There's the Vaporeon. If we could get a special attack boost, that would make me feel a lot better. There it is. Alright, obviously this thing can just scald me into oblivion, but we do have Giga Drain. They just flip turn. Did they go into the Rhyperior? They expecting another Fiery Dance? What are we coming in with? You do know that Volcarona gets Giga Drain. There's the Eternatus. Okay, so they know that we have the Giga Drain tech now. Alright. How much is this Eternatus going to do? Oh no, we get bailed out, so they don't know that we have Giga Drain, so we could switch here. Anything? I feel like this Eternatus probably just KOs me. I don't have a great switch into this thing, so I am just going to throw off a Psychic. I will leave this Volcarona in. Ooh, as they don't get the KO, and we get some absolutely amazing damage off on this Eternatus. And we go down to Life Orb, which means this is the freest Dragapult. Looks like the freest Dragapult of my life. Now we could be a little safer and go into Hoopa. Could also paralyze this thing with Deoxys. Let's see. How do I want to play this? Because Dragon Darts does get the KO. Hoopa kind of walls. I don't hate going Hoopa here. I do think we just go ahead and rip this Terra Steel now, and we get... Let's see. I mean, you could go into Grim. Grip the Terra Steel, and we actually go ahead and throw off this Future Sight. Yep. This is why I didn't want to Psychic Noise immediately. I could have Terra Steel, whatchamacallit, Terra Blast, but this is fine too. I would really like to not get paralyzed on my Hoopa. Here's a big Future Sight, which means that Grim kind of has to stay in because it is its only Psychic resist. I don't mind Deoxys getting paralyzed though. I don't want to reveal Terra Blast or the fact that I'm not Scarfed yet. There's a T-Wave, and it whiffs. Should have just stayed in. Should have just stayed in. We can actually throw off a T-Wave of our own. Light Screen's fine. We are just going to sit here for a while. Alright, so you should either hit me or Parting Shot out, so we're just going to teleport. Oh no, you're stuck there. Cool. I'll take a free teleport. I don't hate coming in here with Azu. Now you can paralyze this thing, but it's already super slow. I'm just going to Brick Break. Parting Shot's fine. Assume you're going to come in with the Eternatus. Maybe the Vaporeon, try and soak a water attack. You do have Mismagius that can block the Brick Break, which would be good. I don't know if you know that's what I'm going for or not. The nice thing is, though, is that if we ever get this cycle again, they do know that I'm going to want to go for that Brick Break, and we can just, like, liquidate. Yep, there's Mismagius. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see. Azu, what is this Mismagius run? Now, Mismagius could be Thunderbolt. That is a possibility. And I would rather not take that on Azu. I'm fine actually just clicking Play Rough into this thing. Ooh, Trick. Are you giving me a Scarf? I will take a Scarfed Azu every day of the week. Bulky Mismagius. Alright, so you know I have Play Rough. What are your switch-ins? You have Elecki and you have Vaporeon. I mean, technically... what's its face? Eternatus, it is neutral, so it's not going to do a whole lot, but, you know, Azu's kind of strong, and now he's kind of not that fast, to be honest. But, let's see. So now we know we have a Scarf. So what does that put us at? That puts us at 204, so we are still slow. Yeah, Shadow Ball's fine. I'll take a KO on a Mismagius. Azu's still kind of thick, you know what I mean? There's a couple different things you can come in here. You can go Vaporeon. Light Screen wears off, so you're not Light Clay. Which is interesting. You could come in, I mean, realistically, you come in with the Eternus. It's a free Sludge Bomb. Lecky. I mean, we aren't, that's good, because I mean, we aren't, whatchamacallit, vested anymore. We could go, you know what, I don't hate Deoxys. Deoxys is really nothing but a defensive pivot here. It's really the only thing I wanted it for, was just something that I could kind of like swap around. So I'm assuming you're just going to Volt Switch. Yeah. Does a lot, but we are Deoxys, so, you know. Should actually take notes and make sure I get all these KOs. So Azu KO'd Miss Magus. Delete my notes from last week. Azu KO Miss Mag. Cool. There is Rhyperior. Very scary guy here. We could start to just kind of Nightshade. I'm assuming they're going to want to get up rocks here. Is there something that I need to get in? No. I'm actually just going to Nightshade. Because this thing kind of doesn't die to anything, so I want to get as much chip on... Ooh, Rock Polish is dicey. That's fine. We just Nightshade again. Rock Blast. That's cool tech. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have a Rhyperior at +2 speed. So you are super fast. Does our Dragapult outspeed? It does. Okay. We're going to try to pop a recover here. I don't want anything taking a full Rock Blast. Yeah. That's fine. Dio can go down. Rhyperior KO's Dio. So now, if I'm not mistaken, there is no way Dragapult doesn't pick up this KO, right? Ooh, it depends on how much defense investment he has. Do I have, let's see, how much? It's fast. Earthquake. Earthquake doesn't KO Hoopa. But Hoopa walls Eternatus. That being said, how much does Dragapult take? Dragapult doesn't die if it doesn't pick up the KO. And I feel like this is a roll. And you do have... So you do have Grim. You should know you're not faster. I can just U-turn this. Yeah. Good play. This will give them information on my Dragapult. As Vaporeon comes in, we get a big U-turn off. Surprised the Grim didn't come in there. So I think, hold on, because we do have Energy Ball on this thing, and I don't know if they know that. So one thing about Hoopa is that it gets so much tech. I think we just come in with the Hoopa. Now, let's see if this can get the KO. Protect Vaporeon. Not bad, not bad. So let's look at some. They may think that we are choice locked, because this looks like a choice locked set. To be completely honest, we could just Psychic Noise. If Grim comes in, it just gets Flash Cannon. We could just Terra Blast, to be honest. I like just going Psychic Noise. I don't think you want to give me Vaporeon this early. This early as we're like, I'm down 2 Mons. Really going for that Choice Banded Dragapult in-game is where we're looking. Vaporeon switches. Grimmsnarl, good play. Now you can set up the light screen. You could do a lot of things. I'm going Azu. Because I don't want my Hoopa getting paralyzed. Yep, there's T-Wave. Which is fine. Because you still don't really have great play rough switch-ins. Now we could Brick Break. Or we could just click play rough. And I kind of like the damage option. Yeah, that does a lot of damage to Vaporeon. Now they can Wish, which is annoying. I think we just stay in and play rough. Yeah, I'll get rid of this Vaporeon. There's a Lecky. We don't have a good pivot, so we're just gonna stay in. Maybe they're weak. As if. Lecky's such a problem, man. Alright, but we do get to see what they want to come in with. And it should be Grim, I would assume. And they do get a light screen, which is annoying. No, it's the Rhyperior. And they are back at full, which is super annoying. So I do think we have to come in. Let me see. My Mimikyu set's kind of busted too. Because we can. Okay. I don't hate Mimikyu here. Because we do have the Wood Hammer. Now, I've used Wood Hammer previously. So they may expect it. Wood Hammer does not get the KO. They do have Rock Polish, but I do believe Wood Hammer into Sneak. Yeah, I don't know about it. We Sword Stance. Yep. Because you can't Rock Polish and hit me at the same time. There's a Lecky, so they're just going to try and break the Sash. So we are big +2 into Regieleki. Look at me doing calcs. Alright. So you can Volt Switch. Which is fine. You can stay in and Thunderbolt. You definitely want to break whatever I'm doing. I'm just going to play rough. I'm not going to reveal Wood Hammer yet. So yeah, you do break the disguise. We reveal that we are red card, which kind of doesn't really matter here because you're Volt Switching anyways. There's the Grimmsnarl though. If we hit our play roughs. Yep. Mimikyu KO's Grim. Which means no screens. And we're sitting kind of pretty. Now, obviously, you can bring Eternatus out here. You can actually bring Regieleki back out. To that end, maybe Sneak was better to, you know, sneak into Sneak. But we'll see what they got. Running out of Mons, and we got really fast, really strong Mons in the back. What's its name? Hoopa, not that fast, not that fast. I don't think we have any speed investment on it this week. But it is strong. Super bulky, super defensive. There's the Rhyperior. Let's see. +2 Woodhammer. Should get the KO. They are Terra Grass. Let me make sure I don't drop my controller and accidentally click something. That'd be great. Let's see. Woodhammer. Does not do a lot. Playground does half. If they Terra Grass, that does absolutely nothing. I kind of think... I'm going to Woodhammer. Yep. Alright. Mimikyu takes down Rhyperior. We are cooking. Mimikyu's such a good mon in draft. Like, the coverage that it gets and the fact that it's basically a free sash, it's just too good. This, we just sneak and let Mimikyu go down. No reason to do anything funny. They might just Electric Terra terrible. Because they are Electric Terra, which is super scary. Because that does a ton of damage. That being said, our Hoopa is vested. And Terra Electric T-Bolt does not even do half. So, I think we're safe. Big Sneak does about half. Big Volt Switch. So you're going to come in with Eternatus. We are banded. They're at half. There's no way Eternatus, unless you're not Scarf Eternatus, right? There's no way you're Scarf Eternatus. We're going to come in with Pulp. We're going to get some KOs for Pulp. And I think we just Dragon Darts up. Yep. And I highly doubt... I know Lecky is strong, but I do not think that Terra Electric Regieleki gets a KO on Pulp. I know you're faster, but you're not that fast. I mean, you are that fast, but you're not that strong. GG's. Great games, my opponent. That was super cool. I really thought I was going to see a Rillaboom, Scizor, Hawlucha, and I thought it was going to give me a lot of problems, but I really wanted to respect the kind of off-pick options in Miss Magius and Vaporeon, because I tend to kind of focus in on the hyper-aggression aspects of my opponent's team, and then I get punished by like their more defensive aspects. So, GG's. Fun game. Guys, if they have a YouTube, it'll be in the description. Check them out. Check out all the other coaches. As always, have a great day. Peace.